Hello, and welcome to my makeup tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing a natural purple-ish eyeshadow look. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is make sure our face is primed, and by doing that we use either a moisturizer or an actual primer, but I just use a moisturizer. Honestly, it's fine. Well, and aside from an eye primer, of course, because eyelids get greasy, which is why makeups look smeared up sometimes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is foundation. You only need to put foundations on the center part of your face. For instance, like here, here, that, where you get your nose, and then there, 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 and there. I'm using a L'Oreal True Match, it's kind of gross, but True Match foundation in the shade Fair Ivory. So I'm going to go blend that all out and then come back. Okay, I've blended that out. Now, the reason you want to do it in the middle is so that, again, you have some places to blend it out. Because otherwise, you'll just, if you do it like in your hairline, no way you can blend that. So, do it like that. And then you can build up, but always start with like the middles. So it's not streaky or anything. Okay. Now, I'm not doing my eyes just yet, but I'm going to prime them so that the primer has time to, like, I don't know, marinate on my eyeballs. So, what this does, again, is so that your eyelids don't get greasy. Or if they do, they don't ruin your makeup. So, I'm using an e.l.f. primer in the shade Sheer. Doesn't really matter, no one's really care. And you can use foundation for this part too, but just make sure you get your eyelids. Very well. Okay, now I'm just gonna blend that out with my eyelid, with my fingertips. You can use like a brush if you want, but that's kind of unnecessary since it's just such a small little area. And you don't really need a brush for any of this, honestly. Well, yeah, you really don't. Okay. Sometimes your eyelashes will get caught up in there and then it won't prime very well, but you get it? Fantastic. Now, this part is called contouring. Well, not contouring, what's it called? The stuff where you put the highlighting parts on. Concealing. So, what you want to do with this part is you want to highlight the places that light naturally comes to. So, like, I'm going to go very thin line. Well, that's more like a bunch of little dots, but that part down. You want to get a big chunk of there. Chunk there. Okay, if you have black circles under your eyes, make little triangles because light naturally comes to triangle parts. Don't know why. I'm gonna do this part. Hold your cupid's bow. And a tiny bit on your chin. Not too much, because that'll be weird. Then you want to make like little sunbeams coming out of your... Okay, I got it. So, now what you want to do is take your hands again. And if you get some in your eyebrows, that's perfectly fine. Because there's not really a reason, but it's not going to be a problem if you do. Wow, that blends up very nicely. And I'll blend that part out. And then this part, make sure you go like down, up, down. If you're like, be gentle with this part because you don't want to stretch out your skin like this because you could get wrinkles or something. So just be gentle when you're rubbing. Also, these are hurting my ears. Okay. So. That. Oh, and you can also do this part to make you look like you're have like the jawbone like right here. So that way it's like more. It kind of hurts because I need that, but whatever. So just be gentle when you're doing that. Just give you more definition. See, now see how it looks like I have cheekbones? Wonder what. Okay. Let me see anything else. Now I'm going to do this part that I never do. I'm going to bronze. Now you can do this if you want to, but it's so unnecessary. But I have this angled brush. It's called F21. And they're just like these angled brush things. And you dip it in a brown. I'm using this Color Workshop bronzer. Very generic. And now I'm going to show you how to do okay, that's blended good enough, I guess. Dip it in a shade like this. And then you want to start at your forehead and go all the way around. This is for people who have big foreheads. I don't know, I always thought I had a small one, but people said I have a big one. Well, not really people, but myself. Because I've been noticing. Oh well. But just do threes. Like this. Dip it in some more. Doesn't matter where you start off. This gives you, this is, like I said, this is very unnecessary, but like, I'm just showing you about what people do. Other side. See the difference? Of course it's not going to be the same because like, because if you're like doing an art piece or something and you're doing like, and then you go like, the curves are different because of your hand position or something like that. But just do your best. It's fine. No one cares. And this part just like gives you a more defined jawline. I have really chubby cheeks right now, but because of my, I don't know, it's probably just because I'm fat, but most likely it's because my cheeks are still kind of swollen a little tiny bit, but they're almost gone. This one's like complete. Just taking longer, I guess. I have a mirror in here, which is why I'm looking at this a lot. Okay, now I'm going to take my blush. Where is it? I didn't even get it out. Ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to take this blush. You can use your fingers again if you want to. And if you're doing your fingers, just do it like this. But I'm doing it like this. Taking this blush. Maybe I should use an orange. I think this one is going to be too... Well, no, because you have very different kind of skin. So I'm just going to do this one because this is what's going to cook it. So dip a little bit. Now, what I do is I do it like from the center and go like down because that way it just makes it look better. So we're just going to go like this. Then go down. Like little kind of like a triangle, well, more like a slanted block. Just go up and up and up and up, up and down, up and down, up and down. Switch side. Same for the other part. You know, you could use, if you have like a pink eyeshadow, you can use a pink eyeshadow. If you have any kind of, you can do any kind of blush you want to do. Doesn't matter. Color's color. That's what I always say. If you want, well, don't put lipstick on your eyes though. Unless it's like a safe one to do on your eyes, because otherwise you'll get infections. I've done it before. Long time ago, I put lip gloss on my eyelids. Big mistake. It's kind of uneven, but that's fine. Oh, again, do it gently. That was not very gentle. But yeah, because unless it's like a Jeffree Star lipstick or something, because it's not Jeffree. But Jeffree Star ones are like safe to put on your eyelids. Some people do it. But just use like its powder. And if it says don't put on your eyes, then you know, I mean, don't put on your eyes, and obviously don't. I'm also putting a little bit on my nose. Oh, the blush I'm using is Color Workshop. It doesn't have a shade, just a blush. The shade is called blush. It's gonna be weird to some people, but I like to put a little bit on this part. Go down. This part. This is the controversial part. Go down. I kind of like doing it. It might look weird, but this is what I do. This is what I do. Fantastic. Okay. Now I got the face part all done. I'm going to do I'm just going to set it all with powder. This thing's wiggling. Okay. So I have this powder. It's kind of almost done. This part kind of opens up. I don't know why. Probably because you could like blush the sponge thing there. I have this big powder brush. But if you don't have a powder brush, just, I don't know, use a... You can use a cotton ball. I use cotton balls for everything. Oh, there's a little mirror here. So just like... Make sure your brushes are clean. If you don't have clean brushes, that's bad. This helps it not to look cakey and to stay on better. Okay, now the part you've been waiting for. I'm gonna do my eyebrows first. Okay, the part you haven't been waiting for that you don't really care about. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. So, my back hurts. I don't know why. Probably it's the way I'm sitting in this chair, but you can't really see me from this way. It's fine. I have this eyebrow gel that came in a kit. Oh my goodness. I forgot an important part. Well, not part, but highlighter. So, this part's fun. So this part just like gives you very illuminations. I need better lighting. Okay, I'm back. So, this part is highlighting. It's like the thing that we did, but like this is different. So this part is called, the Color Workshop Illuminate. Okay. So I'll just take a little bit of that. This came with a blush, obviously, because it looks exactly the same. I just forgot something. Okay. So we're going to put this on this parts. Like the part like from the tippy parts of your cheekbone that are like conquered. If you do, again, this is a natural look, so we don't want to go too crazy with the highlighter, but oh well. Go on this side. Look how nice that looks. This is not very necessary, but you can use a shimmery white eyeshadow if you want to for this part, or you can use this for a shimmery white eyeshadow. They're like very interchangeable. What does that look different? Where's my mirror? Now we're gonna put it like down the center of our noses. For shiny nose. I know people back in the olden days, they wanted to have not shiny noses, and they would put powder on them. But times have changed. Especially if you like a little nose, and you want it to be like more prominent. Or even if you have a big nose. Put some there. Gotta show that out. Put a little bit on your chin. Now, also put some on this part. I like a lot of highlighter. I like to be glowing. Some people don't. You don't have to even do this step, honestly. You don't even, it doesn't matter. This is add to taste. But you're gonna want to do some on your, definitely this part. Now you're gonna take, I have this flat brush. I should probably have closed my cluster. And then you're just gonna go over all the sides we did. You need your fingers again too. Okay. Now, eyebrows. Where's my eyebrow? Okay, here it is. Oh, so now we're doing eyebrows. What we're gonna do, what I do for that part, is gonna take a gel. Just go all out. I have this eyebrow from the workshop, same palette, that same kit that came with my highlighter and blush. Well, I don't know if it came with my, yeah, it did. I think. I don't know anything. So we're just gonna let that drop a bit. Okay, now this part, you need to be careful with. Eyebrows are kind of undoable. But what I like to do is I take this Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, and I use this shade. I got the shade for a cosplay because I was gonna do this one for my eyebrows, and I lost it, so I couldn't even do it. And I found it like years later in a box that had like a bunch of stuff. But see this? I use this brown. Be careful. You're gonna get some crazy eyebrows if you're not gentle. I'm using this flat little angled brush. Dip it very gently. And then we're gonna start, this is so scary. We're gonna start like not at the very end, but like on the other edges. Let me do one and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll do it so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Oh, I missed it from James Charles, all people. But you don't want to go, you want to go like start from the center part. And then you just kind of want to bring it out. Once after you've gotten the middle part done, you can like bring your thing out, because by then like the products kind of came off a little bit. And then just go like up. You want to like make little tiny strokes with your brush. Fantastic. Now do the same thing to the other one. Very difficult. I never do my eyebrows either, by the way. Oh, should start doing that. They be looking crazy. Well, that was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my entire life. It's fine. I'll fix it. If I do look like Mr. Bean, oh goodness. It's fine. Wow, I kind of like how they are turning out. You know what they say? Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. But my eyebrows look like they're not even friends. It's fine. So I got those down. Now, this part is the part you've been waiting for. That is, I look like Susan Boyle. Okay, that part is the eyeshadow. Okay, it's fine. So, this is the part I know how to do, because this is the only part I really actually do in my entire life. Take a flat brush. And this is the time we get up close and personal. I should have exfoliated. Okay. Let's see if I remember how to do this. This is the look that I've been practicing for like 1,000 years. Okay, so we're going to take this light shade. It's like a kind of like a whitish color. I'm going to be using mostly this palette, actually. That's a lie. I'm going to be using this palette and this palette. Just kidding. I'm just going to be using this palette because that color's... Okay. So with a flat brush, we're just going to take this color. It's like the lightish color with like a flat brush. It's kind of looking dirty, but it's fine. What we're going to do is go in don't even look any different. Build up. We're going to build up. Keep going. Do that again. Same thing. We're just going to do half of that. Oh, I guess it's going to look different. This is a natural eyeshadow look. I'm not really used to doing natural stuff because I'm crazy. But and anyhow, it's hard for me to see because I'm kind of not able to see it that eye. So I just have to be very... I'm just gonna... Oh, disgusting. There's a bunch of kids outside. I have my blinds open so I can see a lot going on. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do one eye and do the other one off camera because we don't got time for that. This is gonna be so long if we do it like that. Okay. So actually drag it out a little bit farther. Actually, no, do your whole eyelid. If you want to do more parts. Okay, let me do the other eye and I'll come back. Okay, both eyeballs are done. Now I'm going to take this. What color is that? It's like a light purplish thing. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna be using the dark, like a darkish, brownish, purplish one. Look. I just got a lot of colors at once. But what we're just gonna do is put that on the corners. Get out of here! Notification. Ridiculous. We're gonna just dip it. I'm also using this fluffy brush. It's called the E21 to be exact. But like dip it in this brush. Oh well. I was gonna use some tape, but you probably wouldn't use tape, so this is a tutorial for you. Just gonna do our corners. And your outer V, that's what they call it, even though it's not even a V at all, it's like a weird. Why do kids scream when they play? That's so unnecessary. Having a time, let me just scream like I'm being killed. So unnecessary. Let me do the other side. The exact same. I remember. Oh wait. Let me see what I'm actually doing. Okay, now I'm gonna take this where's my fluffy brush? I'm gonna take this fluffy brush. It's kind of pinkish because I kind of dyed it accidentally. And I'm just going to blend that out. And you're just gonna blend it out like this. So this is what makes you not have short, like, very weird looking things. You just blend it out and buffer it out. Just use a plain, dry thing that's no paint on it, no shadow or anything on it. Just do your corners. Do it up so it's like a V shape. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye and be right back. Now this is the tricky part. We're gonna take a purple. I'm gonna use this purple. I know a purple that you have that you can use for this, so don't worry. And we're just going to go in the brown part, but like make sure it like goes out. We're just gonna go up the line. Okay, now we're gonna take that fluffy brush again and just blend that all in. So basically it's like a Napoleon ice cream. Vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye and be right back. Okay. Now for the last part, we're gonna do underneath. What I'm gonna do with that part is with the brown. That was awful. Can't open anything up. So what we're gonna do If you think this is too dramatic, you can skip this step. But I don't. See how bigger my eyeball looks compared to this little tiny one? I'll just do both of them on camera. Okay. Now, this part is kind of important, so don't go anywhere. What we're going to do is take a little tiny brush, or you can use a Q-tip if you want to, and put some wet. Well, that does not blend out very well. Blend it out. Take some of this. Make it a little bit wet from the eyebrow gel. And what that does is allows you to take a shimmer color and stick it in your corner of your eyelids. So I'm taking this one. I put foundation on it, that's why that's there. And then from this palette, but you can use a white eyeshadow or you can use, you know what I mean. Just gonna go right. Again, you can skip this step, I guess, but this makes your eyeballs look not so close together. My eyeballs look very close together. Well, no, not really, I guess, but you know what? Do it anyway. And then take a white eyeliner. Go into this corner. But not like the entire thing because I did it looked weird. Okay. Now the eyeliner. This part's so scary. But it's a liquid eyeliner. And what you want to do is, if you find another way to do this, then by all means, this is the only way I can do it to where it's symmetrical. See, that one even work for me anyway. What I do is I stretch my eyelids out, and then I just go along that line. You want to go where it meets your crease. So there's my crease. I'm going to stop. Okay, I'm going to do that the other eye and be right back. Okay, so I kind of messed up, but that's okay. I don't care. Where's the lid to this? There it is. Okay. So that is an... Hang on, I'll be right back. I have to get a lipstick. A natural lipstick. Okay, so this is in the shade Volcanic. And it has orange undertones because I have orange undertones. As you can see, I have green veins. But I think you have blue undertones, so you doesn't matter. But this is what I use for a natural. I wonder if I should be doing that. I might get dry sock. Be gentle. Okay. That is how you do a makeup look.